coming back to do your show.
We'll be back, okay? Exactly.
Okay.
Now, this is one of my best friends in the whole wide world. We always like this one. Stars. Yes. I'm out.
That is the one who actually found the book.
Oh, guys, doesn't he like the pictures?
I love Al Pacino too.
Guys, clear this out, please. This is Al Pacino! Let's get this! Let's get these legends! Yes! Let's get these legends! Bring it down!
Guys!
Al Pacino! Joe Pesci! Let's get these legends on the carpet! Woo! Wow! Oh my God!
This is the worst.
Oh my God! Robert De Niro this way! Yes! Al Pacino, Joe Pesci! Oh my God! Woo! This is crazy! Oh yeah! Let's sexy! Oh my God! I love me some Al Pacino! Oh my Lord! Oh my God! Don't leave, Robert De Niro! Don't leave! We need you! Al Pacino! Al Pacino! You gotta move down a little bit.
Everybody look down. In the corner.
Evan, pull back a teeny bit for me. Or down.
It's too far. Too far. Can I get one question? As you can hear me, probably. Yeah, what's it like bringing the guys back together? Terrific time. Let it go. I'm great. I know you're going to see it. Look at my the noise. Juan Carlos, stay here. Stay here. Keep the camera on.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Associated Press. Oh, yeah.
The A&P. That's the A&P.
I love the A&P. They used to be great.
They used to, right?
Yeah.
So here we are, quite a cast assembled, and a family affair for you. Tell me a little bit about this.
You know what? I got to work with Bob again for the 4th time. Played his wife, my first movie, and now I am here, and I am playing Joe Pesci's wife, and it is a dream come true. And I feel like I am very blessed, and I got to work with the masters, as I keep saying, of this business. Both director and actors. It's just incredible.
What was it like on set with so much talent? I mean, you've done a big show prior to this, obviously.
The Sopranos.
Right. And now to be involved in this, what was the mood like on set, and how was it similar or different?
Well, the mood for me every single day that I showed up was complete joy. And to watch, you know, in the film, it's me and Stephanie Scorsese. She plays Bob's wife and I play Pesci's wife. We have this 4-day road trip. So we had very intimate moments for a long time. I was on the movie for 6 weeks. And we were in the car most of the time with just Joe and Bob. And it was a pure pleasure. Pure pleasure.
Last question, how is the mood different, say, from Scorsese to David Chase? Is there a difference?
Yes, there's a big difference. I think they're both amazing, but I think Marty just is, both David and Marty, I mean, I can't really say, like, I can't say Marty's better or David's better, but they're both great, but Marty gives you a lot of freedom, and he just is very confident that you could do the job, so you feel confident, and therefore you do a good job.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Real pleasure.
Thank you.
We gotta talk. Are you telling me you know who I am? I know you. I'm sorry now. I'm busting. I got it. Okay. Pacino just said all right.
Crazy, but it is. All right. Let's see what happens here.
Let's go for 3 or 4 5 minutes.
It's 7:20 and we have together at 7:30. I'm sorry.
Great. There's no better place to go with a film that's been running. These people, talk to me. All right.
Just stay. Just stay. We're gonna grab this one. We have to grab it.
I saw the original. But I really didn't change the scene. Probably avoiding something.
Real quick, where does this character rank for you?
Ranked?
Yeah.
In terms of characters I played?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, he's up there.
What was it like finding work?
Kind of right after I did that, we were off in England, and it was really, I learned a lot about movie making, particularly on this film, because the experience level and talent was so abundant that it was hard not to absorb it.
And this is a 3.5-hour movie. What would you say that when it's sort of daunting process?
No, it's actually refreshing. You know, I like a movie that kind of extends and gives some time to breathe and a long runway rather than kind of banging it out in an hour and a half, 2 hours. I think it's a nice movie to kind of sit and relax and have a discussion about it.
What's up, man? How's it going, man? Pretty funny on MTV.
Thank you.
I love it. You're in this film, and I love your work as a cinematographer.
Oh yeah, no. Listen, you know you made it when you're on the call sheet as a cinematographer. Get that. That's it's kind of par for the course for my career. But go ahead.
All right, so here you are. You blown up. You have every year are getting bigger and bigger. Now being a part of this, tell me what this experience was like.
For me, being a stand-up comedian and jumping over to do this movie was, first of all, I mean, I never thought 21 years ago when I moved out to Los Angeles I'd be a part of a movie with Scorsese, Pacino, Niro, Keitel, Pacino. It's just, I learned a lot. I really absorbed what was going on the set, and it was great. I mean, every day I really relished, because it's not going to happen again.
Were you a funny guy on set?
No, I'm not that guy. I'm not Mr. Class Clown. I didn't speak unless spoken to. In this film, you're coming into somebody else's house, so you don't kick your feet up on the furniture and start acting like it's your home. So for me, I just kind of stayed in my lane, and I was just worried about acting and being in the moment. Comedy was far from my mind.
Now you've mastered the stage, right? Obviously in Guard, the Brilliant this year, MTV. But to step into a film and directed by Scorsese with this cast, like, what was that? Was it surreal at any time when you first heard the news?
Yeah, this movie was on my radar for a while, and I wanted to be a part of it. I never thought I would get into the movie at all, but it's something that I actually wanted to do, and I had to pinch myself several times. I was taking video of myself in my trailer, kind of going over each day what had happened, because I knew I wasn't going to remember it. So yeah, it was something special for me, and I'm glad it's finally out. There's so secretive, you couldn't really talk about it. So I was so excited to talk about it, but then I kind of opened my mouth too soon a couple of times. I was like, what are you doing? This is like secret. I said, oh, I'm sorry.
Last question, what's you learn from Scorsese? Working with him.
Patience, man. This guy is really, for me, he came out, he was always happy, he was always smiling, very cordial, kind of knew what he wanted, and knew how to convey that to the actors. And I remember one day on set, we all sat around talking for an hour, telling him what we're going to do for Thanksgiving. It was very had a familial feel to the movie, and come from an Italian family, he comes from an Italian family, so I felt like I was talking to my father or my uncle.
Brilliant, man. It was a pleasure. Thanks, brother. Take care.
Yeah, I was now with technology. Tracking dogs,
We'll take them.
Being part of those scenes, or was there anything different you had to do? The only thing that felt abnormal from any other film is that you could very lightly see the sort of trackers that they would put on the under the jelly. It can be intrusive sometimes, and in this particular situation, they managed to do it so that it wasn't. Yeah.
Okay, so when you think of the greatest of the concert films, The Last Waltz is at the top of that list. Marty directs it. Now here you are doing the sound, the music for this film. Is it full circle?
Well, I've been working on, and I think I've lost count how many movies I've worked with Marty on. But I think this might be 10 or something like that. And this, it just gets better all the time. And I'm really excited about experiencing what kind of trouble we caused in this one.
Now, what is it like when you're coming from a band background to scoring films? What was the transition like? Because the stuff you've scored has been very powerful.
It's another collaboration, and that's always a very rewarding experience when you mix something with somebody else and one makes three. So anyway, this one might make four.
Working with Marty, obviously from the last days of the band up until now, tell me about the comfort zone, if there is one.
You know, working with Marty, every movie is a completely different experience in a different program, and that's what's exciting about it too. So every time the next movie comes up, I'm kind of like, let's go, you know, because it's going to be a discovery process.
And last question, what was it like to have the film open the Toronto Film Festival?
Once We're Brothers opening the Toronto Film Festival was a huge honor for me. And now Magnolia Films is going to release it in theaters, and then it'll stream and everything. And it turned out so great and so much more than I even expected. So I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, well, it was great. It was a great night up there. Thank you so much, man.
All right.
Big pleasure.
I
Big fan.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Who's coming?
This is some famous actor, but I think we're okay. I think we're okay. So we got the news and everything? Yeah, we did, but it's just, so they said that
I'm doing good. It never gets old. It's always new. It's always exciting. And what we did on this movie is unlike anything we've ever
Can you get ready for one?
It's a movie that I can remember that takes place over many decades. And the musical sound, the musical mood, the texture that I had to discover, and had to work over all those periods without it, that it seems like it belongs in this decade or that, to really find something timeless. Yeah. Well, I just want to just compliment very much because we're all looking for that magic. I've always asked to do that. I've seen it. It's 3 hours and 19 minutes, and a lot of credits because there was a tremendous amount of people working on it, and a lot of special effects. But the music that was done for the end credits makes it all worthwhile. It's quite beautiful, and the way Marty has played it in there and everything, which I haven't seen that part of it. So I'm going to have to stay to the very, very end. I'm really happy to be part of the creative process and for such an extraordinary piece of work. And on Netflix, so many people are going to get to witness this movie in a way that they haven't before. So supportive in doing something like this. I think I want some for everybody. Great. Thank you. Thank you. All right. See you later.
stardom stuff comes into play. And I never
Don't go far. Don't go far.
Good. What are we on, AP?
We're on AP, man.
All right. By the way, this is supposed to be here. Somebody said you got schmutz. But no, I asked the lady who gave me the suit. She said, no, these are the things now. Look.
Oh, look at that, man.
So if anybody says, how come Romano doesn't pick that thread off?
Yeah.
It's because the lady told me not to.
Well, pretty good. Okay, so here you are. I mean,
You wasted all that? That didn't get on camera? All right.
You might not be in focus.
That's
but yeah, you're
cool.
on camera. So anyway, what a career. Obviously, everybody still loves Raymond. And now here you are.
I have a woman over there who can protest that, who can give a rebuttal. Who I've been with for 31 years, but go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
Now to come working with Scorsese,
Yeah.
what has that been like? I mean, to be a part of this is one of the most anticipated films in a long time.
Let me tell you, this guy here, Jesse, I'm talking about every time we would do that scene in the Bronx courtroom, where we would walk down the hall, mean mugging it, you know, and then all the way, the whole way back after we cut, we were constantly saying, what are we doing here? What are we doing in this movie? It's incredible. I mean, it's surreal. It's just nuts.
So that's the whole thing. Like, how did this all come about? How does, like, I know you've branched out, you did a lot of stuff after comedy, but
Well, I'll tell you how it came about. A show called Vinyl, which Marty directed the pilot episode. So my agent submitted me, and they said, put yourself on tape. So I put myself on tape. I sent it in for a role. Marty looked at it, and his response back was, I like it, he's in the running, and I've never seen or heard of him. He'd never seen or heard of the show, me, anything. No, we thought maybe he hadn't seen the show. He said, nope, never heard of him. He's not TV isn't his thing. Right. He's a genius, he's a movie genius. Which ended up being a blessing because he didn't have to separate the sitcom character from what he was seeing, so he hired me from that tape. So I got very lucky that way, and then I guess I got onto his mailing list because when they started casting this, he just gave me this role, which made it even scarier for me because in Vinyl he saw what I was doing on tape. In this one he just gave it to me, so I'm like, how does he know I can do it? And so I broke out. I had eczema. It was horrible. You know, it was nerve-wracking. For a guy like me, I don't need something more neurotic, but here we are. I made it somehow.
you made it, man. Guy from Middle Village, man.
Forest Hills, then Middle Village.
Yeah, right. Well, Middle Village for me.
Where?
One question with Hillary.
I have to have one question. So I'm actually in the make a trip for 3 hours getting aged. And it's a trip because not only am I my first scene was with Joe and Bob and Barbara. And so I'm like their boss. So it's a trip. So, you know, yeah, it's a lot to get around. Luckily, I've met these guys before, but I've never worked with them.
I'm gonna lie to you, like it is like there's just a moment there when I just
I feel like so much later, and I'm like, oh, good.
I just think of my childhood. I just kept thinking about when I grew up. And, I'm grateful that I made the movie. We're an expensive movie.
Thank you.
Young clothes and like a young guy's cap and like a leather jacket and blue jeans. You quickly get over that because he's acting like a guy who's 30 years old, and you just forget that he's 70 whatever years old he is. He's just as brilliant now, if not more, than he was 40 years ago when he was Raging Bull. So it's just transformative. Truly transformative.
So I kind of know what I need to fit in.
Thank you.
What's up, Bobby? What's up, man?
Okay, now, dream team of a cast, an all-star cast. You've worked with Marty before. Being involved in this right now, tell me a little bit about, what this experience was like in the most anticipated film in a long time.
Oh, well, I think, anytime you get a phone call from him, you immediately say yes, and you just assume it's going to be a big deal. He's maybe the greatest American filmmaker we have ever. And I did a reading of this movie about 6 years ago in a small room. I was doing a play at the time with Al. We went down and we did the reading, so I was involved with it very early. And I knew after that reading that it was going to be pretty epic and pretty deep, and it all came out in the wash. I think beautifully.
How does it help you step up your game when you're with a cast like this, if at all?
You just do. I mean, I was nervous as hell, and I didn't sleep very well the nights before I had to work. Like these guys have been doing it for so long, way longer than I have, and I'm usually pretty comfortable at work, but I'm not gonna lie to you, like I was pretty nervous, but the guys were great, and especially Joe. Joe's such a cut-up, and he was so nice to me, and make the espresso, and we got along so well, and it's a trip for me because I'm playing Bob's boss. And my character's older than Bob's character, so it was a trip, and it was a lot for me to get my mind around, but it was just, I guess the hardest part was to just be relaxed at work, and, I managed it, but it was tough. It really was.
Brilliant, man. Great work.
Thanks, man. Thanks.